Hey friends, welcome back to Kimmy's Kitchen and More. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. Today is hashtag casserole / crock pot open collab. Now you can make a casserole meal and do a video. You can make a crock pot meal and do a video. I've said before, if you got something big coming up and you want to do both and do a video, that's even better. Lois and I talked, and if you have even a sheet pan meal, those are all super quick, easy meals that can be made for dinner. Throw in something in the crock pot, throw in something in the casserole dish and popping it in the oven, or throw in some items on a sheet pan and then throwing it in the oven. Quick, easy dinners. So I want to give you what I'm making today, the ingredients, and then I'm gonna get my hands washed up and get it started. So it was just Easter, you guys know that, and a lot of us have ham left over. So I thought, well, what can we do with this leftover ham? A lot of times we'll use it and we'll make quiches. A lot of times we'll use it and we'll eat some for breakfast with some eggs. We aren't real big breakfast eaters in this house, so it would be more like a brunch for us, for our family. And then also sometimes we freeze it and later pull it out and put it with some beans, and we'll make ham and bean soup, which is a crock pot meal, or it can be a crock pot meal. But today for the casserole, what I'm going to be making is we're going to take some of our leftover ham. As you can see, we've got a nice little container here full. We're going to take some tater tots, which it doesn't have to be tater tots with this ham and potato casserole is what it's called. If you don't have tater tots, you can use like shredded potatoes if you have it. If you have fresh potatoes and you want to cut them up and use that, you can do that, or square them off. If you have canned potatoes will be fine. If you have some boxed scallop potatoes, that would be great too. I looked in my pantry and I don't have any but one box, and it was like, I don't know, chives or something. And to me, the tater tots just sounded so much better than the boxed potatoes. So that's what I'm gonna do. So if you're going to make it just like I'm making it, you're going to need your leftover ham or cubed ham, whatever you have, some tater tots. I'm not going to use this whole bag. I'll probably use half the bag. And then some cheese. I'm using sharp cheddar cheese. You'll need some sour cream. However, I'm out of sour cream, so I'm going to be using some heavy whipping cream. And then you'll also need some cream of chicken. I'm sure that if you needed to, you could substitute it with cream of mushroom. I use and switch off whatever I have. If a recipe calls for cream of chicken and I don't have it, I'll use cream of mushroom and vice versa. So I'm sure it will be fine to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients for this casserole. And then of course you can throw in your salt and pepper. You can season it with any kind of seasonings you like. It doesn't have to be just salt and pepper. You can get creative with it, but the main ingredients are the ham, the potatoes, the cheese, like I said, sour cream or heavy whipping cream, and a can of cream of mushroom soup. So now that you know all the ingredients, stay with me and we're gonna get this party started. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and use the whole bag of the tater tots. My husband loves tater tots and I think he'll enjoy this meal. So I've already put the whole bag of tater tots in there. I'm just gonna put some salt and pepper throughout it. We're not real big on salt in our foods, just because we just try to watch the sodium intake. However, we know that potatoes love salt. So I'm just gonna do a little once around, I guess, or 1.5 or 2 around, huh? So that's done. And then I have my cream of mushroom. I'm gonna put it, the cream of mushroom and the heavy whipping cream. It called for a cup of sour cream, but I'm not doing a whole cup of the Oh, it's almost a whole cup. Okay, so you might as well say a cup of heavy whipping cream, a can of your cream of chicken soup. I'm gonna shred up some of the cheddar cheese. And then, I don't think I said this in the beginning, but it does call for a half a cup of melted butter. I'm gonna put the soup, the heavy whipping cream, and the melted butter in just a little mixing container, mix it all around, and spread it over here. And then I'm going to chop up my ham and shred my cheese, and then mix it all together in this casserole. While I'm getting the bowl for this and the chopping block for that ham, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the oven on 375, because you'll need your oven on 375. And then stay with me, I'll be right back. Okay, so my oven is being preheated to 375. I've got the can of cream of chicken soup in here, the cup of heavy whipping cream, and then the half a cup of butter. And it is, as you can see, it's thickening up. It's getting very thick. My tater tots are seasoned with the salt and pepper. I'm just gonna set this aside once I mix it, and then I'm just gonna chop up some ham just to throw on top of that, those tater tots. And then I'm gonna start mixing all this in with the tater tots and the ham. And then the last thing that I'll do is cut up some of the cheese, shred some of the cheese, pour it up over top of the casserole, and then pop it in, because by then, the oven currently is at 260. So, sorry about that, guys. So by then, it will, the oven will be ready for me, so. And I always like to do cleanup as I go. Makes life a lot easier, right? Okay. Let me get some ham going. Yum, yum, yum. And you can dice it as thick or, you know, as big or small as you want. I particularly do not care for the fat. My husband likes it, but I do not. So I try to avoid it when cooking, things like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I don't wanna bore you with all the cutting and everything, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this cut up. And by then I'll have the cheese shredded as well, and then I will be back. So stay with me. Okay, so as you can see, I've got all the cheese shredded, my big mountain of cheese there. I have taken the tater tots that were seasoned with the salt and pepper, and put in the chopped up ham from the ham left over from Easter dinner. Mixed up in a bowl the cream of chicken, the heavy whipping cream, and the half a cup of melted butter. I've mixed it all up, and then I mixed it all in this casserole. Now I'm gonna take the shredded cheese and just put all that yummy goodness, this sharp cheddar, all throughout this casserole. And then once I've got it all on here, I'm going to go ahead, pop it in the oven. My oven's already preheated to 375, and then I'm going to leave it in for about 45 minutes. I'm going to leave it uncovered. You can well, you know what? I'm going to cover it for a little bit just because the potatoes. I'm going to cover it probably for the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then I'll uncover it. But I'm going to leave it in for about 45 minutes. Depending on your oven, it could be 45 or 50. As long as those potatoes are done and that cheese is melted, you're good. Okay, so stay with me, and then I'll show you guys the end result and give you a little taste test. Oh, my friends. So look at that yummy tater tot and ham casserole. Can you just hear that bubbly, cheesy goodness? I wish y'all could just smell it. I wish y'all could smell it. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit, and then I'm gonna scoop me a little bit on a plate and do a little taste test for y'all. So stay with me. Okay, friends, so I'm gonna I just scooped some onto my plate. I'm gonna do a little taste test for you guys. There we go. I was gonna say as soon as it will focus. But I wanted to show you all, while it was in the oven, I did run to Food Line. And I wanted to show you guys what we found. Bojangles, honey, and mustard. I was like, what? Because we were so upset when they started like charging, like I guess all the restaurants, fast food restaurants do it now. They like charge if you get more than one dipping cup. And that stuff is so good. We would always ask for 2 because not only do we dip it in our chicken tenders, but we also dip it in our fries, the seasoned fries that they sell. So anyways, we always get the Chick-fil-A sauce, but then when we saw that Food Line now has that that Bojangles honey mustard, it's like, yes, please. So we originally, my daughter and I, she picked up 2, and then she put 1 back because she was worried like maybe it wouldn't taste the same. So she's like, well, we better wait and get it, you know, taste it like once we get it home, and then if we like it, then, you know, go back and get more. But oh my gosh, I was so excited because that stuff is so good. Anyways, so y'all are interested in this ham and tater tot casserole. Yes, please. So, and while I was at Food Line, I got sour cream. So at least I have it for another casserole or when we need it. I left this in for about 35 minutes covered with the aluminum foil, and then I took it off and left it uncovered for another 15-20 more minutes, about 20 more minutes. So it is definitely nice and done. And I love it when that cheese, sometimes you can get like the crusty edges of like a little bit burnt. Oh, I love that. So, so, so good. Delicious. And you know what? You can't taste the difference that like I substituted the heavy whipping cream for the sour cream. So if you guys have to do that, like don't go out special and buy something. Use what you got. You know, if you got heavy whipping cream, use that because it's gonna work just the same. And you see all that ham in there. Oh yes, please. Delicious. The only thing I would do, I would add a little bit of pepper on mine, just because I like pepper. I'd add a little bit of pepper onto it. But thank you guys for watching. Please go over and check out Lois and everyone else in this open collab, and please join us because I would love to see and hear about new ideas for meal making for casseroles, crock pots, or sheet pan dinners. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and until next time, bye y'all.